Ever had an idea that just wouldn't go away? For me, it wasn't even my idea, it came from a fan. For 275 days, they commented, "Use molasses as PC coolant." Molasses, the thick, sugary syrup you put in cookies. At first, I ignored it. But their persistence got me thinking, could something so sticky actually cool a computer, or just make a mess? I accepted the challenge. The plan: build a custom liquid-cooled PC, but fill it with pure molasses. The sweet, sticky challenge was on. Time to see if this wild idea is genius or a recipe for disaster. With everything set up, I grabbed the molasses. Pouring it into the reservoir was like watching a snail race. Slow, thick, and sticky. The tubes filled with dark syrup. It looked cool, but would it work? I hit the power button. The lights flickered, the pump whirred. Then everything shut down. Tried again, same result. The pump just couldn't move the molasses. It was like trying to suck a milkshake through a coffee stirrer. No flow means no cooling. The CPU would overheat instantly. My first attempt, total failure. The molasses just sat there, useless. Draining the system was a nightmare, cleaning sticky syrup from every part. It felt like washing dishes after a pancake disaster. But as I cleaned, I realized the problem wasn't the molasses, but its thickness. What if I could thin it out? Maybe, just maybe, there was a way to make this work. I needed a new plan. Time to experiment. Could I make molasses flow like real coolant? Only one way to find out. On to attempt 2. The solution was obvious. Thin the molasses with water. I mixed molasses and water, testing different ratios until it flowed smoothly. The new mixture looked like coffee, but moved like real coolant. I filled the reservoir again. This time, the liquid flowed easily through the tubes. Moment of truth, I pressed the power button. The lights stayed on. The fans spun. The pump worked. The molasses water mix was circulating perfectly. The computer was running, and the cooling loop was alive. It felt like a huge victory. We'd created a sweet, sticky coolant that actually worked in a PC. But could it handle the heat? The real test was next. Would this sugary mix keep the CPU cool under pressure? Time to monitor the temperatures. Would this crazy idea actually work? Let's find out. The experiment was back on track. With the PC running on molasses mix, it was time for the real test. First, I let the computer idle. The CPU temperature held steady, just under 30 degrees C. That's as good as standard coolant. Next, I pushed the CPU to 100% with a stress test. The temperature climbed 40, 50, then just under 60 degrees and leveled off. No thermal throttling. The CPU ran at full speed. The molasses water mix was pulling heat away like a champ. I was shocked. This homemade coolant was performing as well as the pros. The system stayed cool, stable, and mess-free. The fan's wild idea was working. We'd turned a sticky mess into a real solution. The experiment was a success. But would it last long-term? That's another story. For now, we'd done the impossible. Molasses as PC coolant confirmed. Sometimes the weirdest ideas really do work. Science wins again. But what's next? So, can you cool a PC with molasses? Yes, with a little water, it works shockingly well. We kept the CPU cool at idle and under heavy load, with no throttling. The fan's persistence paid off. Sometimes the wildest ideas are worth trying. But should you do this at home? Probably not. Molasses is full of sugar. Over time, it could caramelize, grow mold, or corrode parts. Still, this experiment was a sweet success and a reminder to stay curious. What other crazy liquids could cool a computer? Orange juice, ketchup? The possibilities are endless. This wasn't just about cooling a PC. It was about having fun with what if? Got a wild idea? Drop it in the comments. Maybe your suggestion will be the next big experiment. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and keep experimenting. Until next time, Keep it cool, no matter how sticky the challenge. See you in the next video.